And I'd like to introduce my next guest right now. I have with me Nima Wangeshi. Nima is 26 years old, but for her, when it comes to her medical horror story, she says that she's been living her life in pain, and to date, she still remains undiagnosed. And for her, all she's asking for is somebody please help, because she wants the uncertainty to end. Please help me welcome Nima. Nima, welcome to Real Talk.
Thank you.
So you say that you've been living in pain for the last 14 years. So what is this pain?
Thank you for having me, Tamima. It's been 14 years of pain, and I've been to many hospitals. I'm yet to be diagnosed. They give me different results. Yeah, sometimes I have a headache. Tomorrow I wake up with a stomach ache, back ache. Sometimes I vomit bad. Sometimes I can't stand. Sometimes I can't walk. The only part of my body that I have not been tested or treated, it's only my dead skin, which is my nails and my hair.
So everything else has been tested?
Yeah.
So what sort of tests have you had done so far?
Very many. They have been doing me X-rays, and very many.
And anytime you'd go to the hospital, so what sort of diagnosis would you get when you tell them how you're feeling?
Yeah, for example, if today I go to the hospital, I have a stomach ache, they happen to treat my stomach. Yeah. And they don't check the other symptoms that I have.
So what are the other symptoms that you usually have?
Yeah, sometimes I keep on fainting, especially when 1 week to my periods. I can faint three times in a week. Yeah, fainting, body swelling. Yeah.
And has anyone, perhaps any doctor that you visited, at least alluded that it could be something?
Yeah, some say that it might be endometriosis. Some say that it might be hormones that are not, what do we call them? I forgot the name. Yeah.
And how has it affected your quality of life? Because you're a young, beautiful woman, so yeah. I can imagine it must be very limiting.
True. Initially, it was hard for me. It all started when I was a small child. It was hard for me to accept myself. I never used to understand why other kids could play that I could, but I couldn't play with them without fainting or any complication. Yeah, but for now, I'm good. Yeah, I've learned to love myself, appreciate myself, and take things as they are.
So you say you still faint today?
Yeah.
So how many times could you faint, for instance, in a week or a month?
A week. I might even stay in a month without fainting. Yeah.
But then it is
unpredictable. Yeah.
Okay. And so what is your one plea today?
Sorry?
What are you asking for now when it comes to your health?
I only pray and believe that one day I'll get that doctor who will be able to tell me that this is what you're going through. Yeah. This is the disease that you have, instead of them giving me different medicines.
And still you're going through the same pain?
The same. The more I grow, the more it keeps on getting worse. And like in 2017, I woke up one day, I couldn't be able to walk, neither could I be able to speak. I stayed like that without speaking or walking. I was using crutches and sign language for 1.5 years. Yeah, so since then, it's been on and off. Like yesterday, I couldn't be able to walk. Today, I'm walking. Today in the morning, I woke up without speaking. I was using sign. But now I'm speaking, yeah.
So you really don't know what your day could be like when you wake up?
True.
Because of this undiagnosed disease?
Yeah, it's also hard to interact with people, like friends. Some people don't understand why today I can speak, tomorrow I can't be able to speak. Why today I can walk, tomorrow I'm using crutches. Yeah, it's hard for me to interact with people.
Are you working right now?
I'm self-employed, yeah.
So
sometimes I even go to work for once in a month, or maybe not.
And how has it affected your social life as a young woman? Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not dating.
Is it hard to date?
It's hard to date it's hard for a man to understand me. Today we might be planning to go out tomorrow. Tomorrow I wake up without walking.
Okay, so her one plea is if there's anybody who perhaps from the symptoms that she's listed could have an inkling to the disease or the condition that she's currently living with, please reach out to us via the show, #Real Talk with Temima. Well, right now, I want to thank you so much for staying with us. And as always, this is a wide topic. We actually make it a point just to highlight things that people don't ordinarily talk about, but we should talk about them. And that's why we're doing Real Talk with Temima. And when it comes to medical negligence, like I said, we're not here just to sort of like demonize those within the medical fraternity, because there are those amongst us who are doing an amazing job. But at the same time, there's still the grim side, which is what we have highlighted in this episode today. And to all my guests, all of them brave individuals, I want to just thank them for coming on this platform, sharing their story, and of course, wishing them well, because like you've seen, they're still living with the effects of what perhaps could have been avoided if perhaps the institutions themselves could just now take a bit more effort to ensure that the standards within the hospital are upheld. And at the same time, if there's anybody which perhaps deals with this, because for a lot of people, when they are a victim of medical malpractice, they don't know who to turn to. And that really could be the place that we need to start to ensure that this is not happening within our medical healthcare system. Well, that's it from me. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your viewing.